Good evening and welcome to the 6 o'clock news. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Bonnie SILKMAN. Pete and Nora have the night off. First up tonight at 6, new guidelines are instructing Portland public school teachers about how to behave with their students. These rules were adopted just last night and put into writing what is appropriate conduct between teachers and students. Our Fox 12's Drew Reeves is bringing us all the details on these new guidelines and how parents are reacting. Drew?
Yeah, the district says it's not trying to hurt a teacher's ability to connect with their students. Instead, it wants interactions between adults and children to be respectful and with boundaries in mind.
With this being in place, it's huge for me.
Portland Public Schools is trying to leave no room for ambiguity with new guidelines in place for teacher behavior. This new policy comes more than a year after an investigation concluded that PPS failed in handling sexual misconduct allegations against former teacher and coach Mitch Whitehurst. A lawsuit was filed against Whitehurst in 2015, saying the Fabian school coach fondled another employee and was allowed to keep working. The suit was settled in 2016. Now rules explicitly state what is appropriate conduct for adults employed in Portland Public Schools. It says that teachers may not give students rides in their car and should only meet one-on-one in public visible places. It also states adults should only communicate through PPS-provided emails. And if they choose to speak to students through social media, it must be on a professional account where no messages can be kept private.
I think it's worth considering some limitations on that, or at least recommending that teachers think very carefully about that kind of interaction.
Deborah has grandchildren in the Portland Public Schools. She says things have changed a lot since she was in school, when it was common to be friends with teachers.
I think it's complicated because in some ways those connections can be really positive, but you don't always know that that will be the case.
But parents said these new rules help in giving some peace of mind.
It does. People need to be held accountable.
And it's written in this new policy that superintendents need to make sure that their staff is trained on these guidelines every year. Reporting live in Northeast Portland, Drew Reeves, Fox 12 Oregon.